To say Openyam in Babacasa CCA Nana Jumos upon Debiano or Namaquentium air insure home commonia dear. Ghana Immigration Services is same one Mofeli embarkation and disembarkation form. No, I'm say on my chum. The Ghana Immigration Service blah 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 blah. Ni tintin ni titiana and say Sadenia Philly forms. No. Anyway, we'll bring you the details as we go along. Now, you want to my chair?
Yeah, yeah.
Boko dear.
Anya Boko.
Are they?
Nensua, Minum, Yanum, Yadu, Yadinua, Yadu, Yadi boy, a bra, Yadia, for Yadi Guya Cam, yes, and Tinan Boko no away.
And they World Water Day. And Anyene.
And they a World Water Day.
Now, Friends of Rivers and Water Bodies, and then I'm away.
And they we are singing to us or said you knew, and the kind of Mamincha, what here for?
Yeah, Joso.
What him in culture,
Papa,
Wukai said, the beer, Yanuna, Yadumadian, so ya know even one said, Yan Kwana, any aboard the professor, ye stop who Galamse, new professor and a professor Quam, 9 boards at the Runu Cani. I mean, Amen. World Water Day, a die, dear she was said. Yen and Kaya who said so, a idea Timisa. Opening we can say Mitchell or say, Semi Nims and so be Timia, a pebble dra, Minko her in so. Ampa Pedro and McCoy and so nari, in so tobren and so bam. Let's say a drum rebia and so betimiasa. And so no betimiasa. Intina. Midi who said so, but 89 ya bodewura say, Nya nsu aye say no anya sa adachi e di assembly brain. Ye Christ stati bodewura nsa na 1992 ewiase nyina e beka se ye monsuo ho ban. Na ye mamu ha de ye mi de say deputy lands and forestry minister wa ha. Nsuo de ekoso no enye Nyankopon bo nsuo de si asase so. Nti na otu form anu akoto nsuo na sustain asase. Nti se nipa se nsuo a na chese dachi kura ye nya baabi entna. The city of Venice said ye nyina no esenke ifiri se na nipa tu nsuo a twinsuo asase no so ama papa nti na kro no emem. Ewo Italy sesi a. Ghana ha de yesuban a ye de bibo nsuo no mi bo no tofa enyefe. Enye mi hu bi wo wiase da se de okan ya yan ta tutu kwan no mi hu bi da krobia ni wa makwa ma hu se nso twam wo krom ho a ye be feel dia ye filling station ana ye de sida ana ya kata so na mpanimfo wo permit ni ade nyina wo ahwe ama na si nso to a na di flooding aba mi hu ko ba bi a ye 2 galam ye 2 gold a ya se obi antimi into gold ba bi ope se ye forest mo se ye nsuo mo ba bi ope bia obi antimi ense no onye na mi hu bi da enti na da ya ye kai se ye mo nsuo hu ban de ye kan se e obi asede nya ban ko asede e assemblyman asede unit committee asabre honorable no e dey to unit committee ni assemblyman no enye kwa esese omu ye bibi na district assemblies na omu na ye de governance akọ omu doorsteps no yesere se omu regional security council no omu moa emma minister ntimi mfiri nkran enko hu ne ekoso ba omu de omu wonipa a ewo grounds a omu nipa etu no ye ntimi nchi wo mu na ye ntimi nkase de bia galamse nya spirit na de bia se galamse onya spirit o wo ye nipa na ye sa adwumade no ena gold no ye de ombetu enti ye ntimi nya kwampapa bia wiase ba bia ni wa wo kwampapa de 2 gold a ye de ebetimi akohwe asua ne atubi
David
ye de ntimi nya bi
David
ye sre mu a ye de o ma na hye mu nsa mu amu ya ban adwuma mu amu so mu ye expert one problem am won say de bia si expert on say sa dio Noah ni ark no onye expert no building yo BBNC but sa the ship we say your friends Titanic no expert na see enso say enti udu no two expert for bebrebe so a obi bia be say. Can you imagine say Noah ark wo kan nua si animu nso si so ansai but Titanic na expert omusiwe omusi nyame kura ntimi nya na say ti ye de ho ato expert no so ye tu omuka omuntimi omunya hwe enti minister mpacha omukwa omo etu omuka no omunya adwuma no minerals commission omtiti total land cruise am ni na ho sa fa so obe na wo so I see a two no ntimi nkyere kwan papa e de betu go no so om ye minerals commission for what EPA for muti won nkofo ye filling station e wo nsuom a munim se oil no be kwa asase no ama nipa no ayare awu mu nka ho de na mo ma pen yesere se ye kase ye ka enye ye na de yesere se obi amfa no ho nyim nya ban ko a mimi wo dwumadie di ye nuaduanua wo nsuo ho nsuo twam wo kromu a ye man nsene se de nipa benya mframa papa home na mo man obi na ada ye EPA ni bi na dada ye se be kra nsuo daache ye ni sika ye de kra nsuo ye sika no ye de kra na akokɔ na ye nwe no na ye diska no kra ne ye muade ene ye sika betimi akra nso entimi nkra medware emegu ye ka mu enyafuo enya bibia na minister deputy wa ha misraw sa de na ye kra ne munyai na egu ye man animu ase se obetimi afa container no akokra akokɔ nan no akokra aboa nso no nti ye nkokɔ a enya yie die nkwanti akokɔ ya 3 months ne anyini no ye ntimi nya bia ye kra ne nan mu ye animu gu ase ensuo soso ye ntimi nkra nti obi o kan sa bia oboa California kra ntimi ankra nsuo emre omo short nsuo ye ntimi nkra da California is the fourth richest state in the world. They say about 5 omo ntimi ankra nsuo ye rashima nipa sun ufie untimi ngu garden wafuo untimi nye kopim se nsuo toy
and I end the nsuo still
a me bebrebe wide water basin ya destroy no dru ha ya nya ko pra basin ya destroy ankobra ya destroy densu ya destroy pra ya destroy enti ya beda ni atena o man mu Ghana ha enkofo mfo nsuo betoy enam dwumadi a galam say for ya mutu o nkata so nsuo na begina wafuom na say wafuom ye afuoi bon se nsuo abeta wafuom na say wafuo adenti ne edi ehu awusa oma no musi ye hia ye niska yeso ade betimi ame atena wiase a na benye ska no ye say no adenti ne yesu banti sa nsuo no amo say no ye beda timi atena Ghana ye beda timi achechire o man Ghana wo beda siu dai wo beda atena dem wo beda timi aflash wo beda timi a dehydrate wo nipadua akra ko hospital na yare first thing serious nsuo ne ye de ma wo ye wira fia na nti ye sremo ene de ye bodero ye pa Ghana for che say enough is enough. We have gone too far. Yen de sesa ye na nipa brother me de me ya ne omo etu omo ka omo titi ka mu a enkra ha omo ahwe nsuo so ne adenya water resource commission omo model ye climate change na ye kan two extreme weathers ba ko ye epebrane eno nsuo na ho be kire ye ena ba ko ye nsu brane nsuo no beto ama ye ntimi yeso ya say ye bibia betimi akstore nsuo no bi na peba ya nom nti ye be say niema enanu nsuo to kitu abi won kra hai mo se babia ye tan ni asa abo pa me apra ye sere mo se nsuo ye nkwa mo me mo ho ban na me da peaceful asese enedai mo ma ya kan ye nsuo ye ho asem na wo so we water ambassador fina kro ma point o water ambassador enti babia no bonso hu da ro ma
bati nyamishira also Nana Jumo Sapon, president of Friends of Rivers and Water Bodies are in World Water Day.
Peace FM 104.3.
na ubenya no free o ka wanu wi no wato pika rice pudding rice water sheshensi mu kama bibia ka ho bi eni so de she fridge me eni so kana she enti unam kantamanto dwom ana wa Agri Memorial Cape Coaster. There's a free sampling going on and promotional sales.
Peace FM.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Deputy Minister Lands and Natural Resources George Mriku Duka Ewahanope. Minister Maje.
Majo do chairman.
Apum.
Yankupone hu en mobor. Waso apome.
Nyamena dom. MP Takwansia yim. Won ya.
Yankupon adaroma.
Ye da wana ase.
Takwafu nyina so wo chiechie.
Ye jiwondo.
Na wo bo abado so so adwuma so na ere za abo Ghana.
Musumezeni nyin ye da wana ase. Kwabena bon for PhD. Still ajiji utrima na ajiji wasum. Eti say. Srewenya.
Gawe this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Permanent head damage, PhD.
I know yeah, part of that this one. And forever indebted to many other people are. One more abuawama. What to me I do anya terminal degree. Bob Dimbia na weje biwom. Professor Fue I'm saying best so mo de beche.
Because your head is permanently damaged. Into one kind of money be.
Oh, nyasa wonka kwa me say we listen to na obobo a anon fon for me. Na obobo fa bi so ene de ekika ho nti.
No kwe.
The best friend na ya pacha on say ya modin a mo fanche yen na mo amadom yen awowa yen amaya kwankyere mo do so bebre. Wo mo so na e mayen kranhye sem etu yen fo bebre chairman general. Odi emfa wasi da nida.
Nyamene hene.
Na eya mu wo kana osusu aka.
Sedey.
Wo kana bebre na yehu yahi.
Karami yehu yahi. Sama catch up pain. Me say when you work in the public space and you expect 100% approval rating that you don't understand the work you do. We jumama man saying the ni bia we nipa.
Sure.
And you be an penny away. And I be bia no so nipa bia na enso e wo no ho. Intino ene de forget it. Forget it, right? Here I will be say PhD permanent head damage. I've never heard that before. Abeku unipa abeku sika. Yeah, nana has already PhD permanent head damage. Nyamna bi kan yo.
Yeah.
I hear Dr. Benochi Ankra. On also a PhD.
But that is what you are told.
On the camera, me take first.
first lessons, you are coming to permanently damage your head. Say okay, kind. Now, baby, won't can share you.
But what can you?
Because the millions and millions and trillions of literature there.
Yeah.
Now share volume I will occupy is minute, insignificant.
And into
it
say,
you humble.
Nyanse ni baku futu. Into no matter what, but at least you've managed to go through the first stage of permanently damaging your head, and I would always be proud of you. James Kwabena Bonfe PhD, and I same person to me and they said Dr. James Kwabena Bonfe Jr. permanently head damaged. But Ansana Mini Kabila Betruchin Komone, George Mekudika Betruchin Komone. This one says, take the next step to own your future by taking the IELTS with the British Council. I'm sure you're wondering what is IELTS from the British Council. It's the International English Language Testing System. It's an English proficiency test used to measure whether you can speak, read, and write English very well to study or work abroad in an English-speaking country. Well, it's accepted in the UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the US. So go to the British Council and ask them about the IELTS, recognized by over 11,000 organizations worldwide. When you go to the British Council and talk to them about IELTS, you get free roll to IELTS preparation material and practice test worth $80. So go ahead, speak to the British Council, and register today. Good morning to my big sister Leslie in Zurich. I got the pronunciation right today, didn't I? Hold on.
Chairman General.
Omanpanyin Nana Ado Dankwa Akufu Ado. Nejuma Oyano ebini se appointments and will be kind and disappointments. Na appointments no mono enra. Ana be there say electoral commission. Omode mpanyifo miensa. Omampanyin mpanyifo bi miensa. Say omumra mesum oman through the electoral commission.
Yeah.
Salima Ahmed Tijani, Dr. Peter Apiahene, and Reverend Equia Ofori Boating. Sa mpanyifo miensa ana omampanyini ede omabase omabwa electoral commission. Na Dr. Piahini no oye assistant professor at University of Energy and Natural Resources Sunyang. Now oye currently the head of Department of Science and Informatics Reverend Ufuri Boating, Director of Programs, Anglican Diocese of Accra. Oye ni nyuma bibri. Erati Jani aye banker. Na menim bank kra oye djuma ba menyanenti ese the background finance ne banking ewom eno achi no mpanyifo ye di omudin tudwa no ebi akase tia se Dr. Apiahene our associate professor eya de ayenim se oye NPP ni mapa na ebanom abato ho semwa nke ni se de amanyosem eye inti babia omampanyin di afa no eye rough road wan faniye kwabradwo say
Chairman General Medase na Mr. Kwame.
Yes, Kwame.
Said they are already family. My nsa kan krata bia. Me ho adwiri ye pa na we me temu kakra bia wi na me di akere. 8 April 2021. 8
April 2021.
Ghana Revenue Authority.
Yeah.
Omo ye media release bi. Na tie tight caption no. Allegations of tax evasion and money laundering by Movement for Truth and Accountability.
Anyo.
Dabi.
Movement for Truth and Accountability. Allegations of
yes.
Tax evasion.
Tax evasion, money laundering by Movement for Truth and Justice. 2 days before April 6, 2021. That's how movement aye press conference. I may walk copy of almost a ma di 2 January. Kwame. Ni tie watwam ne say. Ene ye corporate $3 billion.
Yeah.
Ghana ha. Movement for Truth and Justice eye hwehwemu hu say. Na koti kwan so companies including state-owned enterprises. Afa koti kwan so ama oman ya hwere $1.8 billion.
Yeah.
GRA yeah hwehwemu no. Omo jitu mu say yampa. Na mame kan ho no kitu abi na tie. The team's initial analysis of data on record from the commercial banks against customs data for the calendar year 2019 uncovered approximately 10,000 unreconciled documents from over 2,000 companies with funds transferred in the region of 1.8 billion. Kwara ne say companies I work on Hanmo B. I be a buying as ye. One ko J nkrata ne adansidie e wo trade ministry. I won bet me dia kokra enema free amanone. Ye ma omu volume anadodo won bet me afa. Wo mo tro sika kwa abra wo mo fa ho ne mamba. Ntije na sika no kokoye. Sa sika yi so ye hwan sika e na eko.
Nyoma na sika.
O man ya sika. Na kwame me one list of companies no me mfan to dwansa.
Hey, emo be de.
Menu kwame nie on kete sa.
Ana edoso.
I be watching. Na the American nyina ne say GR mpanimfo krata ya me nsaka ye Maame Florence Asante wona wo san ye
ano wo GR.
Yes, GR wona wo san ye say communication and public affairs nhwehwemu na mo ye no 2021 no ehun sunsanso akosi sei sika ne mu sai na maji chamanje na no na mede fifa kwan mu
mate kwara
say ye boy ye bra yi a eni say ye gu ye to ye ho asaba mu ebu ye ho abomfia because ye oman a ye de ye wo ade ye wo nipa e wo ajapade bebre chamanje na meda ho no ase nsema odi atudwa se ye ni ho nkomando pe kwame electoral commission ehun komodie ye dia na kame akoye se oman Ghana ye mfa nokre enya amanyosem
adin
inconsistencies no do kwame enne enipa a wo kan asem wei ade ebeche no na wadane na no odane na no a wo gina de na enura wo kan no so no wo se wu mom na wonye. The inconsistent persons turn round to accuse consistencies of inconsistency. I don't get it.
The inconsistent persons.
Yes. They turn round, Kwame. Wona ujina to ai nukre no efemu no. And I say the akwankyere ne da no. Na ye twa ye ho say wo mom e na wonye ni papa. Ana wo mom na won ka nokre. Menti ase. Okay, Article 43. Your national constitution. There are only two clauses in that article. Clause 1 no, or sub clause A, B, and C. It share the composition of the electoral commission.
Okay.
Now clause 2 no kwame will say the members of the commission shall be appointed by the president.
Shall
be appointed by the president under Article 71 of this constitution. Oko Article 71. Wa liste nyuma hodo ene enkrabata ene dibra hodo wo man mu hanmu a o say kwame
yes
the president shall, this is Article 70,
shall
in consultation with the Council of State appoint now abubo Commissioner for Human Rights and Administrative Justice and his deputies, the Auditor General, the District Assembly Common Fund Administrator, the chairman and members of the Public Services Commission, the Lands Commission, the governing bodies of public corporations, for a National Council for Higher Education, however described, and the holders of offices be chairman general. Oko 2 now. The president shall, acting on the advice.
The president shall acting on the advice.
So language change kakra from clause 1 no. Clause 1 no say in consultation with the Council of State.
Peace FM.
Clause 2 no say the president shall acting on the advice of the Council of State appoint the chairman, deputy chairman and other members of the commission. Electoral commission is a 7-member commission. Oko 43 now. the chairman, 2 deputy chairmen, and 4 other persons. Achinyeji a kosunei ebi ya kopie mu Supreme Court Kwame.
Correct.
You're down for it is the last guy.
Yeah, Mika.
Do you know the argument he went to make?
What's it saying?
Says Article 72 no. Sir Oka said the president shall acting on the advice of the Council of State, meant that a Council of State and necessary initiate the appointment of the Electoral Commission chair. Who in the cover by? Senator Dr. Farijan had been chairman almost the entire life of the commission. Or call retirement 2015. And now I am well, few days ago, and I may say, the president was considering persons like Mrs. Charlotte says at no NCC.
Menka Bakubi Mauna, Obisi a friend appear Kessie.
Okay.
Or a PhD candidate. Permanent head damage funibi. Or Simetiana me twatwano. Honestly, I bring me be said, Miss me giving consideration. PhD in international security and intelligence. Appear Kessie. Also, were you PSA? Sorry to disappoint you. I shall not permanently damage my head on this matter. But thank you for your kind consideration. Charlotte said, now our NCCE to Asukabra.
Kwame, me and me breaking is I don't know how if you go into your news archive, you will recall this. And Sakura Yebebo Nidi. Kwame na achinyeji ana aba hu nyina ne say, Mampani Mahama, ni ho kwan say, ono no ba appointed the chair of the commission.
But the constitution says so.
Kwame meba. Sabre no, de mijina nei. Hona na mijina. Say Dr. Afarijan. Mampani dada awanya ni ba bi koma Rollins and appointed no. Na me adom ofiri so no. Mampani dada John Ajekum Kufo papa me chia wa no pay. Me papa so exercise say friend say that constitutional right of Article 70 in appointing persons to the EC. So what I say? Mampani awanya ni ba bi ko John Evans Atamels. Onya kwan e ma no so exercise say power on appointing Article EC persons. In line with Article 70. Enti ka say adenti na President Mampani dada sata no Mampani Mahamat penso de ye ka se kwan ya na afa so dada no enye no a okay yes amamra na di ye adwuma obi e ko Supreme Court dia onko what was the verdict of the Supreme Court omo ka train straight say masa Mampani said the constitution na ka no sa pepepe Mampani na be acting on the advice of the Council of State means at the advice of the Council of State. It doesn't mean the Council of State will be the initiating body. Kwame anon koto ho ene di film ene adru Mampani akofo ado so sa tumi wa exercise pay and say they kan oye no 2018 bra commission for adada for ni bi they see ma wo mo free di bra na ekuta wo mo no na won ko hia say Mampani be pow nipa foforo
yeah
and pow nipa miensa emo mo koye executive heads enti wo hwa de oye ni ne Kwame adanse wo ni say nipa miensa oyi anamusifo amamakoti omanan no omo retire 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes, in fear mienu ni. Why any serious Democrat is so concerned about the delay by His Excellency the President by talking about or questioning his exercise of Article 70 on say ye di ho achinye keke enye the right forum na de kon Kwame me de mentiase enti mama sa background yi memra sa Article 70 exercise in power no Kwame, it went before the Constitutional Review Commission of Professor Fiajo.
Oh, it did?
Yes. Obi a one copy of that report biano on chapter 4 issue number 7. It was also an issue before the Electoral Reform Committee. Kwame, yours truly na me can be. Now just a quick memorable membership no. Madam Georgina Opokwa Mankwana na chair of that committee. No, it's the deputy chair of the EC. Rebecca Kabuki Ajalo no a member no easy commission for no be. Me wofa Johnson Asiedu Nketia that time no a general secretary of the NDC. Kwabna J Ajapon no a general secretary of the MPP.
Okay.
James Kwabna Bonfe Jr. That time na me was CPP mu, but I was representing the other smaller parties in a electoral commission. And I say, Kwame, appropriately, now parties without representation in parliament.
Okay.
The next person was Anim Kofi Addo of YPP.
I see.
Nipa mienu and ye say representing the parties without representation in parliament. Now Kwame Miye, Sabre no me professor I as a professor I associate professor Jampo. No, you're Dr. Ransford Jampo.
Really?
No, representing IEA. Frank, me lecturer about so Mr. Kwesi Jonah. No, representing IDEC. Madame Fuminia Penny, Dr. Franklin Odro. No, representing CDD Ghana. Christian Ousupari, and an secretary to this committee. Kwame, the consultant, legal consultant, and with electoral, friend saying, impetus. Obi now I general secretary of PNC Pen.
Scott
Palmer Gabriel
Palmer.
His lordship.
Hey. His lordship fachem you na me first say BT Pen.
Supreme Court justice.
Yeah.
Something no yes or practicing a lawyer. On a consultant to this committee. We also considered Natie, it was under proposal number 6.4.0. Appointment of members of EC should be with prior approval of Parliament. This was the proposal. Now, on my background, concerns have been raised about the current mode of appointment of the chairman, the deputy chairpersons, and other members of the EC. It has been argued that the EC is a state and not a government institution. Its independence and neutrality is critical to consolidating Ghana's democracy. To prevent a government of the day appointing a person with a partisan bias, the representatives of the people should vet the nominee. Who didn't say appointed EC members? This is they go without a prior parliamentary approval, unlike justices of the Superior Court.
The Superior Courts.
We muno antesa. Entina proposal no say yenye nsa. Na committee recommendation aye doso muno. This is what the committee in sync and consonance with what the Constitutional Review Commission had done. Our government white paper. And also tum say the committee recommends that the current mode of appointment should be maintained.
Okay.
With a proviso that the president, the appointing authority, should undertake broad consultations with stakeholders in selecting or appointing commissioners. 2. In addition, the Council of State, which advises the president on appointments, should also broaden their consultation before advising the president. Chairman General, this report you come out, Dr. Ferjano, me kaipa on the report receiving receipt date. As my catcher and say, Juma Mayano, yeah, so, but Mamma Refi Article 46.
I know, so
the Besham, the Aya Mayano, the Juma, the Enya Mayano, Yampa. Kwame, Article 46 says, except as provided in this Constitution or any other law not inconsistent with this Constitution in the performance of its functions, the Electoral Commission shall not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority. This is what Dr. Frejan reminded us.
The Electoral Commission shall not
be subject to control, manipulation, whatever. Until yours is to advise. Sadie any inaswa from Dr. Frejan time. Electoral Commission for mobile have maintained say the commission with IPAC, no, we should see say IPAC is only advisory.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, committee, it found expression in our report. This is proposal number 18. Changes to existing administrative procedures and arrangements. Proposal was that make provisions in the regulation to establish the Inter-Party Advisory Committee, IPAC, defining its roles and functions. The legislative. And this was the background. IPAC, the IPAC mechanism is a unique tool and has served Ghana. It can't be brave. Yet, it is informal. the EC tends to ignore
Metie.
the EC tends to ignore some concerns raised by IPAC when it finds it convenient to do so. This has led to problems with registration of voters and election in the past. If IPAC is backed by legislation, the EC cannot disregard its views on important matters. This was the background. It was under whose reign? Dr. Farijan. 2015. We were saying the EC was to say ignore the political parties any other stakeholders back at IPAC. Now come you didn't come on the recommendation the committee recommends that IPAC should not be legislated upon. However, by administrative arrangements with regular meetings of not less than 6 times in a year, aside of emergency meetings.
Not less than 6 times.
These were recommendations.
A year.
Yes. But the point is that we agree that you cannot legislate and give IPAC a legal backbone. Now, the EC needs to strengthen its relations with political parties. What it also meant was that political parties should strengthen their relations with the Electoral Commission. And when you choose to boycott IPAC, where else do you want to go and strengthen your relations with the Electoral Commission? Those who have boycotted IPAC should be answering that. Now, when it comes to democracy, it is fidelity to the law. No, July 30, 1956, after the first election for Speaker of Parliament, majority no propose Kofi Baku ne propose here, and MK Apalu also propose from the minority side, and here Tuaba, and Right Honorable Emmanuel Quest. Now you're the speaker before, and no winning here. Kwame Owini and Tiasembi Okaye, and for me that's the fulcrum of democracy. My principal concern will be the interest of the minority, who will, however, not be encouraged to impose their will on that of the majority. Nitia tiamu ni say, wanu me wadom kumamu ana mu amu ye ekuo ketwa no. Mu amu nyam ayi amanyokuo bia mu nka ho no. Mu asem eye masem hia. Na mom mo asem eye masem hia no enye no na mo begina so say me de mo asem eye masem hia nti mo de mukuma ayo no e ba bebu nkam dodo no so. Kwame, that's what it is. You are respecting minority rights, minority interest. But the minority can never, under democracy, say, young for almost a name to majority. They don't drink. And yam running Shishano. No. It's a share you did one, and yes, Haneka. Enti Sadie, Anna, Sebi Kwame. You did not so cast a mampany no power. Sabeya, or ye pay neutrality of the commission, Nintino. On pow nipa, Sebi. Yen nim ne say ne ho won kekawa anase yen ko suspect say o amanyuko we mu anase amanyuko we but Kwame no kure wo ni say nipa ya pa wo mu nyina from the commission early days okay na odo no mapa.
Yes, na Esumeja Hene.
Yes, and he was also a member of the PNDC.
No, he wasn't a member.
He was one of the first deputy commissioners of the Electoral Commission. Okay, no. He was within
of INEC. Only Josiah Oferi Boateng.
Josiah only first INEC.
INEC boss, yes.
Me wafa me papa Kanga.
Dr. Kanga.
Dr. Freja himself. He was the only member, no year member of the Consultative Assembly and the Committee of Experts. Dr. Freja. Until ono constitution no wa widarimu. And he didn't come in. He was one of the deputies to Josiah Ofori Boateng. So he said Josiah Ofori Boateng the backer minister president.
Yeah,
Reverend Engineer now.
Yeah.
Mention that.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, Simon B last year. The current Speaker of Parliament they invited no more parliamentary 7 lessons. 7 lessons.
9 lessons
and carols. O preaching your car say do right, show mercy and be humble. Yam friend no guide here. Okay ho. Kwame me the make nyina say so long as Article 72 yam from anase mampani anye koti kwan bia no ye betimi akan adwene akyere adwene afa de wa appoint omo no bia na me kai amanfo Brahman pani mama appoint Mrs. Charlotte say no asema mi nuanom MPP fo bi e kan ye fa ne ho including alleging say no ye NDC ni kra.
Yeah.
It turned out not to be true. I knew it was a lie. Because even her rise to your friend say NCC na kwa menya na ye be kan ha. And wachi currently Dr. Bosman Asare Michel, me professor back no. I'm head of department, political science, University of Ghana.
Okay.
It was alleged that he was once a patron of Tescon.
Yeah.
It's a lie, Kwame.
Well, sure.
Oh, and see that. Now, contempo you can't the medals are Kwame Nkrumah established in 1960. Grand medal or soon that's so cry. Yes, I could follow now. I criticise our medal.
Now, I know my ship is in that kind.
Well, but Kwame, is that informed? Asam papa no cry 2015 mampani mahama ye friend say awards no
national honors
no na grand medal osono no da so no nka ho Kwame who receive a state award ibida
2008
but na so
eka
madam for me benefactor bako Tommy Swanika Shivani Motors o wa broche kra ne swa anane ant ene koje na award o twa de kire me
obi ane de da
so ndi Kwame say nipa be twa nkontompo de e wo ho but you see minim apart from mamia maboni di I watched her and I admired her
also for
yes Kwame that day I was moved into me send a message my first deputy speaker Honorable Joe say we say on not in chain on country my man say we're winning a big soul
for Christ
and for the country. I'm already a patriot, but now I'm winning me more. Do right, show mercy, and be humble. These were the anchors on which you
do right, show mercy, and be humble. And
this animate no my mua coming carry. Enti Dr. Apia Henia say at the MPP spokesperson. Kwame say ampa minyanka mampani appointed no.
Are
oh party colors. Okoya ehun won say because me sure say mampani has a large pool of people qualified equally and ko be appoint omo.
But is he qualified?
Kwame na make me ba. But me say minyaya nanka ampa so ye MPP party color person wa je ya enka minyaya appoint no. But Kwame me kan say wi na masan achia nes kakra say me yes aso a na me gina ho nko a me ankasa me bu me hukum for enti me pa say me my CPP dam penti na majai me you qualified for a state positioner mampani mo appoint me. Is that what I'm suggesting? No. I had a bitter experience in 2012 the contested parliament working Tampo nyame na me ya appointing authority me papa mampani dada akufo appointed me papa JK Bonfe as MC that time DC 9 years splitting Kintampo north and south Kwame me contesting you know what man for nya kukudro ka say me papa di DC me so me bepe MP yenko aye fie ena akrache for ana binko aye fie ena yedi Kintampo ni me ye yana.
Really?
I'm telling you, Kwame. In fact, some even went to the extent of saying that my grandfather, my father's father, was a councillor in Nkrumah, like an assemblyman. My grandfather did councillor, political elite. Me papa so be di animu. And me so me be pay na. I felt it was unfair. Why should anybody? Me papa na nkaso di DC no. There were issues I had with him.
No, if you in the
yeah. I had issues with the way he was running the district. I felt he could do more than he was doing. Why should anybody cast me in the shadows of my father?
Because you're a father's son.
But I'm Kobna Bonfe.
Junior.
Unique.
No. Junior. A chip of the old block.
That's correct. But I was named after his grandfather. My point is that who you so party color and I say obi ninchi now ka say enunti o bra no say on to me nkuta di brebia Chairman General, and here and a young appointee obia because Koja Asante a wote an mo yesofu yi. Ye boni din ne ubenya nipa be bo party bi dia mane no.
I see Ekwa Donko.
Ye be bo obi be bo dia ma. Entina ye koka se wo ye Ekwa Donko party ni nti ma ye appointee wana. So I raised this second argument to question that one. Now Nigeria so dia say at the end of the day president was discretionary power. But fortunately for us, your constitution ya kwame. In exercising discretionary power, I'm say Article 296. Mampani was say where in this constitution or any other law discretionary power is vested in any person authority. A, that power shall be deemed to imply a duty to be fair and candid. The exercise of the discretionary power shall not be arbitrary, capricious or biased, either by resentment, prejudice or personal dislike, and shall be in accordance with due process of law. And C, where the person authority is not a judge or other judicial officer, there shall be published by constitutional instrument or statutory instrument regulations that are not inconsistent with the provisions of this constitution or that or any other or that other law to govern the exercise of the discretionary power. Kwame ntiti what you say. So if you say Mampani I exercise discretionary power in appointing Dr. Apia Hene, Reverend Engineer Akuya Ofori Boating, and the third person was
Miss Tijani.
Miss Tijani. Why don't you go before the appropriate forum? Chairman General. 2017 Mampani Akufo-Addo ka say opese osi the mother church board the National Cathedral. Na ye guso Hajj board ni ade. Me feel say o man no dey home for so say munti. Medical Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Supreme Court ka say kwabna ne wonya adwen. But ye wie mawu ana.
E no kwa na ka say.
The burden of democracy is fidelity to the law. You can't pick your own set of rules. When to obey, when not to obey. Now no mitie Chairman General ayi opani bia na one nkrophobia omo se omo ye sa transgender for no kasa no. And he made a very strong point. And me diwie.
What's the name?
You don't get your own pronouns.
You don't get your own pronouns.
Yes.
Meaning
he, she. You can't call a woman he.
It's not possible.
You can't call a man she.
Not possible.
You can call yourself whatever you want, but you can't get your own set of pronouns. We are entitled to our views about actions and inactions of persons in authority. However, as I say in Nayejitum say, so boy no, there's a limit to which we can proceed. It must be in line with this Constitution, 1992, without more.
And so the three are Reverend Akuya Ofori Boateng Kabila Chair say incidentally, ne papa the late Dr. Justice Josiah Ofori Boateng was the first chairman of the then interim National Electoral Commission INEC. Salima Ahmed Tijani, Salima Ahmed Tijani, and Dr. Peter Apia Hene. Dr. Apia Hene, no ho asem about the India Kabila say.
I don't know him. Minimno, the Kokrokoo and I've shown you how the very people who are talking have the penchant to lie. He be detract also. What my experience be? My experience be. You abandon the right forum IPAC and go on the streets and you call yourself a Democrat. Yeah, kaimo say mo antecedents are muda sukuta no so na mude ya. Mo say me and kaimo. Democrats who believe in your friend say constitutional overthrow. Disaster.
Peace 104.3. Time check is 13 minutes past 10 in the morning of Wednesday, March 22. We're marching on Kokrokoo live in service to God and country. Chairman General, our political landscape is full of multiple tongues and hypocritical conduct. Unless the past leaders never made appointments to the Electoral Commission guaranteed by the Constitution, why the noise about President Akufo-Addo's appointment Kabiesi in Sekunde since that's seconding? I have nothing useful to add to Dr. Kwabena Bonfa's submission than to say 100. Amisco Spelele in Kaswa. Kabila is on point. He can be the next, okay, I'll leave the Kweku Bakum or Hineba MC. And then Kabila has been consistent on your show. That is why I consistently want to listen to his consistent submission. Nana Ajiman in Bantama says greetings to Honorable Ewuku, MCE in Korea. And then Theo Amasa from the US says, good morning, Chairman General. Theo Amasa, good morning from Accra. You add nothing to it, so that's about it. O'Neill Amponsa in Amsterdam says, where's your Fanti Wednesday Confederation? Are they on relegation? By the way, couldn't President Akufo-Addo have appointed any other equally qualified Ghanaian to save his head from all of those accusations? I think also the NDC must rather invest in training people to collect their results. Well, the Fanti Confederation is on hibernation. It consists of Kweku Bakun, Kwame Duncan, Bernard Alote Jacobs. They've taken a breather. They'll be back. Stay tuned in. No matter who or whom the president appoints to the EC, the NDC will brand as NPP. Even the Supreme Court has been branded as NPP by the NDC. Sometimes we need to ignore them. Gastiman in Brekum. The Electoral Commission will always be manned by Ghanaians who will vote in elections for various political parties. Kwame, who appointed the first Electoral Commission members? Do you remember? Was Justice Annan not a member of the PNDC? PJ in Sunyai? Well, Justice Annan was. He was also the chairman of the National Commission on Democracy, and he led the delegation that went around Ghana to solicit views on whether we should remain, we should go constitutional or we should remain whatever. Mekaipa.
But you know the funny thing about that exercise?
Who
did they consult in taking power from the Ghanaian people on 31st December 1981?
They shot themselves into power.
And yet they were pretending that they needed to consult Ghanaians before they returned the country to the constitution. Bunch of hypocrisy.
No, Monsieur Cabra.
Pame, are you Mr. Patrick Agua of Ashesi University?
Yeah, Patrick.
Or can be 2022 year prepare or sign an appreciation piercing or sign appreciation lectures or say virtuous productive people produce good governance, strong infrastructure, and a dynamic private sector.
Virtuous productive people produce good governance,
strong infrastructure, and a dynamic private sector based on trust.
Akwese Champong in Maryland, USA. This may also tickle Kabila a bit. It says the former member of the Electoral Commission, whom Charlotte Osei accused of having illegally registered and transferred voters, was a rumored known member of the NDC before being appointed. Many complained, but he was still appointed and remained a member until Charlotte's accusations.
If I say they didn't, Amadou Sule. What they didn't know was that Amadou Sule had risen through the Electoral Commission.
Yes, but what they are saying is that's not in contention, is it?
Kwame, so no, that he was a member of the NDC.
Well,
he wasn't.
Anyway,
but it is just confirming the fact. Say appointment President Biaye Biano. Kwame me say mo de opa who ayi mema we gofa ma sorry swafo. Anthony Melchizedek. And I say me papa engineer Kwabena Achum. Yanko appointed no. And I say Dr. Titi Okan, president of the Southern Ghana Union Conference of SDA Church. We are back as our bibi. I mean, Crawford minimum we be on your party. Such as here. And look, sometimes you lefty game the kakra Americano. Even among thieves there is honor. There's a line they don't cross.
Yeah.
I am a politician. No, I say, people who hold certain positions tomorrow just because of a parochial interest, they abandon it and they turn around to accuse you of inconsistency.
Consistent Kabila. Mamu si dying, Mamu ye moving here scaffolding and a scaffold. Well, this one says, worry no more. If you're looking for scaffold for your high rise, we have modernized scaffolds for individuals, corporate bodies, construction firms, interior decorators, and event organizers. Speak to Wallace Company Limited at Ashongman for all your modern scaffolds. Call Wallace Company Limited on 0249 443 997 0249 443 997 for every kind of modernized scaffold. And then also from Total Medical Services, we bring you Total Medical Home Service. Home service. If you're looking for home services, if you're looking for a skilled nurse, home physical therapy, home speech therapy, home occupational therapy, home nutritionist support, home therapeutic and relaxation massage, speak to Total Medical Home Services. Call them 055 933 6552 055 933 6552. George.
Kwame.
Yes, Kwame.
I many workers say ya manyan ntia say a movement for truth and justice for no. They are going to court to compel GRA. That way I rate of mandamus. Say omonfa de omodi tudwa na meye na manyan I report to cross say Yoko say wo mu probu sa 1.8 billion no. Enti whoever is in charge of Yoko now. Mami Tiwa no that's one.
Mami Tiwa.
Mesre no omu probe no so akosi say 1.8 billion. Yanya saska ya.
More than half of World Bank Sikan, IMF Sikan. Kabila. Adu Malik Kuba say Kabila is right. Hey, for the first time, Omar fool you.
But you know, he's right.
I know. He's your professional mentor, one of them. But Osei Kabila is right. What is happening today has been a ritual since 1993. Those crying foul today cheered the appointment of a founding member of the 31st December Women's Movement as a member of the first Electoral Commission in 1993.
Thank you.
By the way, my mouth no be gone. Good morning, Ghana. Abdul Malik.
But Bombay Archer
now Bombay it's on to Abubaba Park no do. Pocho Bra Park no do. No more bobo ya Archer. Kwame, Dr. Pierre Hene is a lecturer at the University of Energy and Natural Resources. Intelligent IT guy. Congratulations to all of them. Master Planner Junior King Tampo. And then tell Kabila, the majority rule principle has found its way in a company law principle. Majority rule, minority protection. The case of Force versus Habot. I wonder why the NDC as a minority wants to dictate to the Electoral Commission, and when they reject the advice, they boycott IPAC. The dictatorship of the minority. Sasa, NAD, and no Ebaye. And then any others? Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. Apparently it's raining. Kwame, do you remember Dr. Kanga? Dr. Kanga was said to be a Keda. Dr. Bosman Asai was said to be a TESCOM patron at the University of Ghana. As for political affiliation, the Constitution first gives everybody the right to join any party of choice. I am happy to see the person appointed is not incompetent. Nana Hesi or Jiri sends that. Let's see. Okay, I leave it there. Please clap for Kabila for me this morning. He has made a very brilliant and intelligent, thought-through submission. Safwe J sends that one to you. Well, the man is proving to all of us that he indeed has permanent head damage.
I'm a student of Dr. Frejan in election matters.
Yeah. And by the way, Kwame, a trailer has crossed the motorway causing heavy traffic from Accra to Tema. So for those of you who are going to Tema, please, Abutrara. I've carefully perused Articles 43 and 44 of the 1992 Constitution, which talks about the appointment of EC chairperson, deputy chairpersons, and members of the commission. And nowhere is it stated that one cannot qualify to be appointed if he or she is found to be a member of a political party. What is the NDC's argument? Sir Obama in Pokwasi. And then Kokuvi says, Kwame, is Johnson Esiedun Ketia still a member of the Parliamentary Service Board? I don't know.
Kwame, that matter, I believe that he doesn't. Onwan kasa me offer. Onwan kasa nesen can resign. But it is not applicable to only Johnson Esiedun Ketia. Why should the chairman of MPP chair or head any statutory body? Why? Then it is as if say party officers, elected party officers, no, womuna who appoint you to boards. And they are nibriba no. Kwame, can straight. I offer my can you me pacho one kasa resign. You know, you can't continue to be a member of the Parliamentary Service Board.
Is he still on it?
I've not seen say Wejai. And now I resign. I haven't seen. So it is. I deem say what that's all.
The chairman of the NDC.
But party chairman, general secretaries, party officers are you do amuko to board so no state I own deben and also because the same principle applies there.
Chairman.
Okay, apparently Obia Sendeme say he is still a member of the Parliamentary Service Board. Johnson Esiedun Ketia, national chairman of the NDC, is a member of the Parliamentary Service Board of Ghana. Anyway, Mercury Jazu.
Chairman,
yes.
I pay Madawasi or a Kwana Ajimo station ha na Uzikano Mabo or Yera Kwabna Bonfe na Badu Papa na no atu ye na kasa wabekeze Kwame anyi na ezi sodo.
Jaze kabila kanina
kakri bi na mazabaka na nsana no mama oye yera doctor Anthony Osei Akoto honorable nebusuafo the former MP for Tafo Yako Kese wato yanchama watu hon.
Let me share in it.
He was indeed a gentleman.
Great guy.
Na kwabna Erika Bibi.
Yeah. Me yanko pa. Kwame, I remember very well said when that man almost started a Vodafone conversation.
About 2006-7.
He was the Minister of State at the Finance.
Yeah.
Now utie me submission on it coming from a state-led institution background. No, frame me. Call the office. Chairman General. Or say, but Kaihun say the company is running at a loss.
Yeah.
Quite a bit me faso at the amamuni. Now, yena ye go to me muno. Ye philosophy ni. You are right where you come from. But also grant us. Yes, you are right where we are coming. You refuse us of that.
Na empacho trailer na yesi emuni wo moto in so yesrara empacho mko hema is very urgent. Say traffic na cause wo Accra tema moto in is crazy. Yes, George Pacho Taso.
Secondly, oye penyina or betina hano pay so moba na bado.
Nana Juma Sapo.
Very consistent. Wo yen insunsu na kwana befa ho ebobo ho ban. Na ebeda na asenso wo kasapa obeka wa ha. Na afuta na ozema Ghana fo ya dawara so chairman ase de emanda mkwano obe yusu we frikasi na ozeda oye ende wiaze afane nyina bia oreda nunsu edi no abo ho ban no wafa kwan pad we protect river bodies jizide. It must be a lesson for all of us, especially nyana yewo the environmental architecture no ye behwe na ye protect ye nusu na natural resources. Efi asama azato egwa oye yen 3 prominent Ghanaians a mampanyin Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo onam yen bra kunyin a oma ho kwan de yibenya oye mpanyinfo a obotum wahwe yen elections do abre nyina na dam nkrofo no oye de wabor mfiri do awotwe na wofata na wose na woye Ghanafo na oyem de abra mampanyin na nado danko akufuado onye dam mpanyinfo ba sen a ekoroye Salima Ahmed Tijani a oye banka kesipa a sikasam ho onyim ho adwen na nyimzi na Dr. Peter Apiahene a oye associate professor a wenya more than 10 years experience wo suaponim adusuam wo Ghana ha na wiaza afane nyina according to no profiler ye nyina yehu ena mfi kra no Reverend Kua Ufori Boateng a oye director of programs for the Anglican diocese owo Nkranha na ehwe Anglican ye asori kesa Ghana ha yantoto nfom kra wo in terms of education and I'm on a way to in terms of even health and I'm on a way to and na kwana wafada wo bo oye Ghana yan asomdwe a ye won ho ban no migizi de say yeyi wo mukor a oye panyin pa ohwe hon programs do na waginitum na mpo yewra kwabena bonfe wesua ndame basa do right, show mercy and be humble wesua efili
do right, show mercy and be humble. Interesting. Pochotiado
na migizi de oye bia na adwunu modo na wada suban
yeah she's an engineer
na wada suban sronkun bi dza ose ofata na anamona orutu no oyede mampanyin obona bado na chairman yanhweni ya Ghana hano dachi yebeka de ye kra ama nkrofo we firi oye Burkina Faso ana Togo na waba zihian election ni nyima mahen ye nje ya hunzi mijizi de oye important de we respect our institutions na eyimin kama only NDC including our party MPP and all other parties there yebe consistent in some of these things there yaman pain can simbi wabra or dadam pain fuyezi
no parade
there also work so hard that the will of the people will be upheld. The will of the people will be upheld. Now, the master more keno na me tell there anamon bi a wor to bia no or de wo hu there magdom dodo no waka no odo yedwuma onye ma awor kwaka no ho na sa ezi elections e chira I mean at least I may actively chairman I participate in elections since 1996 how many years now
27
jizi de yetu mu anamon ye pa 27 years down the lane no actively ya participate direct elections na elections say polling station honora award kanabano say win wo hwa there's no way somebody can sit in Accra or commissioner narampon kanabani bi wa can some different say sabia anko collation room ho na demand for tea without biscuit na say serious na say attract wow result ewo motibia no kwarba dedi at a point because say enye collation room hompo na etuma challenge na bia u biscuit amantem to wonte wasam na say echo even quarter you'll be able to provide your pink sheets and now whatever color those sheets will be at that time onam de etuma collate will result from all the polling stations in T. You can then tender in those evidence which is there obobua in your submission no ntumba there our at the polling station intum sabia antro bibia o paper do enyim the result our polling station A B C D up to Z and collation center also intum antro we sabia yanama ye kansem bia Oma asomdwe. Inti mijizi de chairman Ebekai Yera Opoku Amankwa. Yeah, Papa Safo Kantanka. Abra oko retirement. Na
Opoku Amankwa oye besio.
Yeah.
Oye besia.
Yes. Georgina.
Auntie Georgina.
Yes.
Auntie Georgina, yeah.
Until Georgina was appointed by former President Mahama. I should think so.
Georgina?
No, some of them were appointed by Professor Mills. Amadou Sule
went on retirement during Mills' time.
Yes.
Now, Chairman, them brainy no Sabia, them Crofia, Emma Georgina. Use the Ghana Nimzi Nimudo. And you can you cannot say that because she was appointed during President Mills' time.
Yes.
You see the Dr. Sriboku no who I Amadou Sule. You know, I was against a Kwame Omofa Sufimu.
Yeah, Mikai.
Yeah. I even did a write up on that.
It's Chairman, them you port to them. Then because the regime being a war appointed in it, then I'll stand somewhere and discredit her. I mean, use it there or you're appropriate. The pedigree of these three people are, I mean, very eminent. Wosuna wabana bra waba. They deserve to be there. Now, indeed, I'm happy there. We biara into on can be being far. One competence home. Nemum kasa ni nyina aye kasa echu asam. Say ewo evidence you just bring the evidence out. And you know the appropriate forum abotum na ezako ma ubiara te wasam. And I am the part campaign consistently. He's been telling them because the ma Jumaya worry keye say ere na se esuro wo mu na eye there etete waso ho you never make an appropriate determination. Na me jizi there ma Ghana fo wajatum de obeye ma anamona wetu a oboboa no onenye anamona they will declare. And minim there the Munkrofis they have Ghana at heart, especially the Article 46 Kobna eloquently Ozutugwa the EC will not be subject to the direction or control of any person or authority, unquote. Mijizi there them isu ya denezi wo constitution mu oye there yen EC fo penyinfo wezechi no hezi yedwuma mijizi there sabia bibi besi hwe ye ka ye election warauba mpompa monye EC na 120 awo about no kwakwa about no botum why
want to be here
even your own child onye EC now your candidate na hwe na magana fo nkade wompel you can't do anything mo hian de ebe yewedwuma yi mo hian de ebe ka wasam mo hian de mra ozi dam dwumezi echi no ebezi mra no do pepepe. That is the most important thing. Na onye de enam na e kansem bia sebia mfaso bia anyu izi akohwi da woto aba ebetena fom na wedi dwuma no na nsama ehu hia oye me do there sisi a wose NDC candidate wunyan yize but mjezi there na was my man Yera Mahama Eka there this time around no
anything is possible in politics.
Okay,
don't be too
but me no was my man very obvious kwabna easy
kwabna no any tia grouse who be say
why you throwing away my senior
when it say omo baby omo say when it tia kete o say agro beni
it may all seem so, but anything is possible in politics. Is that the mazini?
Oh, Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Now was woman.
Right.
Now I am the CC. I want you to tire my winner.
But I mean, maintain the waka daily guide in the moon. The watch road.
In can walk out.
Now, and yet, Nkati Anthony at here.
Monka than young crater, but Mimuina, I'm a Mr. Maintain the waka baby. I mean, daily guide. Manka the daily guide is a cushy. Bamreka the Emmy man, Tiwana.
Yeah, tire. Or soon be now was Biru Gary. See, or was it? Obey. You know,
yeah,
we just there. Or I don't go beyond attire principle. Not how you train his agent. Obey train one day because it's you to me deep in democracy, no. Our damn lines in my or boy. The biatasi. Na the will of the people will be upheld. Just the year the man Bobo Bia. There on ye as a polling station ho kids to trust them or agent A understands all the rules and regulations of the game. Agent B say any the man or there's some baba who deepen our democracy here. No, in as an MPP party and a government we believe in. There Ibutum and Amona year to know will be able to say ye all the principles. Okay. Now ya there and Amona and a democracy yina ya jatum no will still be the gateway to Africa. Now chairman Mamombo campaign about the representation of the people, where they are from and all that, and very important and well balanced. Now I mean moyem do ni bisia okaho.
When Mr. Food Ebino on your corporate. Reverend Ekua Boateng and Sama Tijan.
Yeah. Very feminine, sensitive. The composition is very constructive enough. Na ebobo campaign about the papa. Na
that makes three women in the commission.
Na chairman,
which is good.
Dam anamona wetui. Oye mbrashebo gomsu yebata honechi. Na yashi won kran. Oye mpen pi no obi nya position ot the man. Ye discourage Ghana for ma sabia ma oye negative no. Onu na yeka wasam. But oye nsusu na nyipa ne yazo ya ebona bada. O encourage nyipa no more. Oye azo so onye so we can say same. But nye de biara na onye. Na yema hininwa nko the training of our agent, the understanding of the constitution, the understanding of the act governing elections in the country. Na yenhwe susu de say yer kasa dam just the democracy bia no yenyin wom. Dam do or die and boot to boot na I mean oye azibia yezo to hinechi. Yem fa dam sam nyina nto hinechi. Na yenyin wa manyosem no mu. A statesman is a statesman. Na yen kasa na yen kasa oze nkabombaba kasa oze asumdwebaba nti at this point no mobo hona bado na mam ho ntiri nkwa wo debut kesa mampanyin na nado dankwa akufuado na Ghana fu nyina yeze hona kesi no yimde nyankopon baka won ho ma always they will be guided by the principle of not being scared and cowed into submission. Na yahwe there at Article 46 ono so orishe won kran there onyi there would say biara na no oye there oye individual oye there oye institution ni mum obohwe there at all times the will of the people will be upheld.
The will of the people will be upheld. With time at 18 minutes to the top of the hour. The voice of George Mreku Duka, former district chief executive, former traditional ruler, member of parliament, Takwia Insuayim, and also deputy minister lands and natural resources. And this one says, tell our politicians.
That would be nice, eh?
Good morning, Chairman General. Do you remember that the NDC, some members of the NDC accused Kofi Adams of being a Togolese?
Yes.
When he was contesting for a national position.
Yes.
Today, This same man Kofi Adams is a sitting MP for the NDC. Hypocrisy at its highest level. Philip Kofi Sumangino, Sumika Pa. Yes, the Dinia Kofi Adamu. I got a Moyatisamo.
Now, the coffee is one of the Mrs. Belly, almost Belly, no Togo for Kofi.
Kofi Adamu.
My friend Fifi.
Minia Penny Baku, as Chairman General, you are one of the best moderators, but attire. Yeah, same. Kwame. The NDC says by packing the EC with dyed-in-the-wool party activist Akufo-Addo is seeking to rig the 2024 elections for the MPP to continue to stay in power. I think this behavior personally is a very bad one. To ensure a level playing field towards the crucial 24 election, the president should have taken into consideration the sentiments of the NDC and rather appointed angels from heaven. We were here in this country when then President John Dramani Mahama appointed a saint called Charlotte Osei from the Vatican as EC chair. I am extremely disappointed the president didn't take a cue. Okay, I see a lot of sarcasm here, Justice Abeku, due to the fact. In Ghana, the media, CSO, university lecturers, students, SHS candidates, public and civil servants are all politically affiliated. As such, only holy angels from heaven can occupy such highly sensitive public positions. Abeku, I see your point. Kara
I mean, last issue, no.
Oh, Mimimbi say you, my boy.
You're going to tell. Kwame, Article 67.
Net is only 3 minutes, like I say.
And I share Mampani. And yes, Bisanu, a channel. Say, Uncle Mrashebe Jafie at the beginning of each session of Parliament and before a dissolution of Parliament to deliver to Parliament a message on the state of the nation. Kwame. Enti meka wa ha obeka ibribia. Mampani a wotisu nei. Sabre no a candidate of the party MPP. Na Mampani Mahama akoma state of the nation address. And na almost ye true state of the nation address.
Okay.
And Mameka said there can never be two presidents at a time. How do you recall?
I do.
I stand on that principle. There is always and at all times one president. But a question I wouldn't who can best determine real state of the nation, politicians or the public? Kwame, your answer is as good as mine. It's everybody. Me nim metebia. But nukura womni say metebia no may be limited to me kwa de minim kakra bia minim. Na now said ye minim kakra no enye oman ni nyina mfo ni nti. Mintimi fa me nko me ankran tebia na minim no emfa nye oman no susu dia.
Peace FM.
Enunti na ya bra me say mintimi ma the true state of the nation address. Mampani a eye nhihye say anopa bia oji briefing. Anopa bia ya twa oman no mfoni di kire no. Owo aswafo e wo mantam bia. Owo anamusifo ewo mansin bia wowo wono a edi dwuma ewo aban anase oman nkrabata hudo no nyina wo mo ano de ekoso no ono ene yama no satumi no
be see bia no mama no the real picture
be kamra no de kire eno nche se me ne bafo kwamra bafo ye ntimi nkoka se de mampani kan ye famu de en reflect yo se koso yema nkrofo e working tampo a ya yete bi asalam down there enko yema ye betumi akasa however ya kasa no negate the overall picture mampani twa no ana wo kan wo de no timi kan na mom sa wo be kasa de wo kan no yan fa no ne ento de mampani aka no ntwene so de na sabi wo ya ma wani atra wani nton adabraka eno de ye ne sa enye
Martin
na chama mi wie no anti obi
Auntie Obi, no to say.
I say, Oda Munina, Oda Masikwame. I say, thank you, Team Kokrokoo Wednesday, for how you honored me on my birthday.
Yes, yeah, then I say.
Now, movement for truth and accountability, me shamoden. Almost all more court. Munire now, citizenship, I will Article 41. Me sregan and iba biara. Kwame.
Quara.
If there's any problem with leadership in this country, it is because we have not appreciated citizenship. The best leadership must come from among citizens who appreciate citizenship.
Chairman.
Yes.
Asama yare kan wa hano. Mijizi de oya asama ohia Ghana for papa. De abribia yan mra kunyi no ama yen kwan. De campaign odo beka oye state of the nation. Na wazi che Ghana for. Na oya mpenpi no meka de messenger. Ana de idea ana messenger. Depending on how you pronounce it.
Messenger.
Dem nipa oze asam or kakachre dom eya no ya. Na nipa no ana nisu na ne banteden ana whether he's been consistent. Na se ehwe mampanyin nsama obekan kire he nansen. Ehwe oye bia ozi no kware yi. Oye bia oye batan. Oye bia on tunte fingu fom non fana no entafa. Na ehwe honesty at its topmost. Chairman, what's in America? Fair as a government, say every uncle Bejina ho, ma oyen kwati mo huni noreka. Na mamanka na some krubi or kind waha. Just a paragraph. What's Mr. Speaker? I believe that the issue above all, that is quite properly dominating the concerns of all Ghanaians, is the gravity of the economic situation of our country and how we can quickly stabilize the economy and work our way back to the period of rapid economic growth. Our inflation rate has been very high, and for the first time in our lives, debt exchanges have become the language of everyday conversation. And to say nyamampeyin na oreka demasemi ni mumwahi no yakwi. Just telling you, onka there be all is well. Admitting pode, yes, indeed, we are Zayzen. That alone should tell you the nature of the person we are working with or the person serving Ghanaians. Where's the no there? Yen inflation. Mama, we are Zayzen. But maming be sayen who one was say war babaka the true state of the nation. About some no what did they say differently? Chairman, quickly, say, I mean, manifesto yazo hiyam papa. The nipano or ba bemuno, eba zin or the bay, ujina manifesto do. Manifesto or the NDC ba benim in 2012 or ba bosom yen up to 2016. Wakade, one, in terms of health, ubesi or year regional hospitals, a upper east. Ena even Eastern region bisa hode ana utumi ye yana. In terms of education where you also assembly very prominent. Me pede ye nyina ye twe henadwen ezi sudo. As at now NDC fu ndwen mpo de sabia de manyungu asa wa wozigu won wozigu Ghana akohwe a wozi no they will go back reflect and into boasimara wahwe na wizinu kwar at a point.
Na msuma upon.
Na chairman say yeze anamona way to na mbirinti na America NDC 2012 manifesto nsama
and patch only 2012 sisi amo
2023 na nipa na ozi hunenyim ozi won be no ozi won be bosom 20 up to 2016 no chairman kamo nko but dam nipa na orba bio na orbe na once work this true state once work no kwar so be the true state na cha ono no work no kwar awuzi akohwi nezi but woma Ghana for woma yehu de abra 2017-2018 up to 2019 na ye wo omani bia obisi de ofri adum roko adum omani bia na yere yadze in terms of our economic management na onam situation bia we all admit that indeed it happened. We all admit that indeed we stayed at home for almost a year without working. Indeed, our children were at home without even going to school. Indeed, we had to spend on people. them ubutum yenya one life. At this point, you protect the integrity of this country.
True break that was on the integrity of this country. Kabila Unyakuma Nanayas Yojiri Semen Kancho say in 2015, the true state of the nation was read by a potential president. In 23 has been delivered by a party chairman. Issue in what capacity is that party chairman?
What if he is going to also pick up presidential?
I say tell the NDC Stephen Ayesu team will respond to a Sedun Ketia on Tuesday, March 28th. Chairman to chairman.
Chairman Ayesu Ketia will pick up
there be
form to run for president.
There be he will not.
Possible?
Why? Chairman,
George Riena Monko.
Back to the point there. Or the era Ayesu Ketia or resign from parliament. Or parliamentary board no do. Because say wara you follow Mbrashe Bogom Ejuma ye. Name there, wara as a board, you were informed, duly informed, and approved it. The man paying Baba now Ubutum was the state of the nation about to go. Nasi really say chill. There were also so quiet for fra. I mean, conflict of interest. Obiye do now so draw from the board.
Well, I'll leave it here. This one says, happy birthday to Pastor Benedict Egan. You're the resident minister of the PIWC Tesano, personal assistant to the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Pastor Benedict Egan. Happy birthday wishes to you. God bless you richly from all members of PIWC in Tesano. And this one also goes to say a belated birthday wish to you, Mrs. Vivian J.C. Sappho of Peace and Love Hospital, Odium in Kumasi. Mrs. Vivian J.C. Sappho is from Dr. Mrs. Beatrice Riafia Dai, CEO of Peace and Love Hospital to you. Dr. Kwabena Bonfe Jr. Medase Anope and Medenase Suma. George Mreku Duka Oye, Deputy Minister and Member of Parliament, Medase. And then this one also says, why should Bagbin resign? The man was on board. You saw what he did. Phillips in Takrady. Happy birthday to you, Cecilia Yeboah of Promasidor, Ghana. It's from Inokome, Juliet Asante, and Angela Dankwa to you.
Peace FM.
Riding on the wave of Calypso. Or is this Soca? Okuku Seku you there? Mr. John Mitchell, good morning. It says happy birthday to you, Jaden Atokwans of Honeypot Academy. Jaden Atokwans of Honeypot Academy from your mom, Iris. Your siblings Jeremy and Jerome and Uncle Kofi Terrier. Celebration all around. Yeah.
Yeah. Party people rocking the town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Long time we ain't felt like this. So much fun and action we miss. Longing to shake it up. Time to make it up. Come on, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I will.
Come on, enjoy yourself. Hey, hey. And the music grip you. Long time. When last you in a party and the heights trip you. Long time. We go jump all night long. Mash up the party, crash the party.
My big brother, Two Williams.
Till morning.
Sympathies, but hey, it is well. God day we day.
Long time.
Oh, you see me can no sing.
Party.
Okay, I'll hum.
And one more party. Long time.
Nana Kofi Apia Sante. change has come.
Keep the momentum. Don't lose.
Hey Benji, I see you out there. Good morning.
Yeah.
Party people.
Let your body move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Party to the max. Man, deception.
Ba 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 da ba.
Music. Party broad day.
Ba 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 da ba ba da ba.
Blow your music mind. Have a rocking time. Come on, enjoy yourself. Come on, enjoy yourself. Hey, hey.
Checking out on this morning's edition. Kokrokoo Bilson is next on your radio.
Long time.
The next news broadcast is at 12.
You in a